This week 6 college football picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hi, this is Merrill Hodge, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green, with my partner in picks, Ryan, real money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Electric Tuesday, Sean.
Yes,
Electric Tuesday.
We got playoff baseball in the background, but we're here talking about American football, aka college football. Joining us on the line from the College Football Experience, Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
Currently frozen. Colby's he should show up any moment.
Okay,
there he is.
Oh, look, here he is. He's back. Of course, good reason to tune into youtube.com/sports gambling podcast so you can see not only is Road Rash returned, also Colby.
I forgot that we bought the hat. I forgot. Colby will occasionally say, "Hey, can I buy this?" Basically, like
the things that Colby has asked us to buy. It's like neck brace for Bobby Petrino photo shoot, the helmet car,
but the hat to make sure it looked real. The All-State Sugar Bowl hat.
Yes, we did buy the All-State Sugar Bowl hat. You're missing your red. You're missing your red windbreaker that he was rocking.
Go outside and rub your face on the asphalt.
Studio.
Joined in studio, Bobby Petrino. Bobby, are you going to be letting the hog? Are you taking the motorcycle around, or what's? Have you learned anything from your experiences?
I told you boys I'll be back. I told you I'll be back. All right. I told you, and you guys doubted me. You doubted me, and I went to Missouri State. And let me tell you, Linda is goddamn. I call her sugar tits. We still say that. And up there, down here, I don't know what it is. See, Mr. Sankey would like that very much. But I'm back. I told you. Get that pulled pork Pittman and guy out of here, some bitch. Let's go.
Oh man, I cannot wait because and we probably should have seen this coming. I was on Arkansas for the show, but once you heard Bobby Petrino was working the phones, that's dissension from the inside. It was never gonna, and Notre Dame just put it on.
I saw a popular college football show talking about the 4 openings in college football, and they had the nerve to list Arkansas as an open job.
I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
What am I missing?
They got what? You guys got Tennessee coming up after the bye week. He's got 2 weeks to prepare for Tennessee. He's about to shock the world.
Now I tell you, I will shock the world. I've done it before. I do it again, and I'll tell you that right now. But one thing I will say is, I don't know if I know how to the neck brace. Yeah, it was a struggle. I didn't know what part was gonna go where. Just kind of like Linda down there.
That's what she said.
But, boy, let's go.
You thought she was a mechanic the way she was describing the stuff she was going to do to your tailpipe. Kramer, I mentioned it on the I think on one of our NFL shows, but people who are new may not, and maybe they saw Colby's profile icon that maybe they thought he just changed it to the Bobby Petrino road rash face Photoshop, which again, if you're just scrolling, you think it's actually Bobby Petrino until you look and see that it is Colby Dant. And Colby, it's not, he's not some Johnny come lately. He's had this thing, his profile for what, like 5-6 years?
Based on some very simplistic Google searches,
okay,
which I can't even. I'm sure they go back much further than this, but I have us mentioning when did the event go down?
I believe you boys did an episode on your little.
No. But when did it happen in real life? What was the date? Bobby.
2012.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
So the earliest mention I see here on the podcast is 2016.
Didn't we do a special episode for the Patreon?
We did. Yes.
Folks?
We tried to hashtag free Bobby Petrino. There's a Patreon episode where we dig into his case. And we found some great news stories. That is great reason to go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon, because behind the investigating we did, the car he bought for the secretary, there was a lot of fun facts we learned.
Yeah, I was go check out that episode. You guys had me on as well in that episode, and it was great. Just connecting with the fans.
I was trying to pull up the thumbnail because it is. But yeah, no, it's episode 11 in SGP stories.
Oh yeah, go back, check it out.
If you're not already, if you're basically if you're in the Patreon at the lowest level, you get access to the SGP stories. So if you're not in yet, certainly, what do we have? 20 episodes in the can.
Yeah.
So you're basically
behind the scenes.
You're basically for a very low price, a pretty decent amount of solid entertainment there. And not only the Bobby Petrino deep dive, but also Colby deep dives, CJ deep dive. Just had
Steph Smalls. We do the weekly pick 'em, $100
breakdown.
Any of those people you just mentioned ever gotten a road rash face?
I don't think so.
Kramer, I'm getting reports from the chat that Colby's mic needs to
turn yourself up, Colby.
Well, it could just be that this thing's condensed on my fucking throat.
Yeah, I think it might be because he was nice and loud before the before we started.
Yeah, maybe the neck brace is causing some volume issues. It doesn't. I
will say I can confirm.
Kind of
Colby's a little low on our end too.
Okay, Colby, crank up your mic, aka Bobby Petrino.
I can turn you up if you want, Colby, but I think you probably can just turn yourself up.
Give me a second.
All right.
And talking to the mic, that always helps.
That is, well, he's a little nervous.
I mean, did you see Jerry Jones on national TV not knowing how to use a microphone?
Jerry is
very embarrassing.
There'll be no Jerry Jones slander. He's Arkansas Razorback through and
fellow Razorback alumni. They look out for each other.
We tag team a few broads back in the day. To what 08 we're
he's one of those guys that will get penetration.
So congratulations, Bobby.
Thank you, sir. Well, a lot of people think that we're not going to be able to. They're talking Rhett Lashley. Come on, some guy named Rhett.
I cannot. Are they really entertaining other coaches?
No,
feels disrespectful, Coach.
No, they're clearly, you can't fire a guy for inappropriate behavior and then bring him back on an interim basis and not keep him there long term.
There is no inappropriate behavior in Arkansas. You heard of the Clintons? I mean, God damn it.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who will get penetration.
So it's great to have Bobby on the show. Can't wait for them. 2 weeks, Tennessee. That's going to be an awesome game.
I'm back. It's going to be better than Terminator 3. Guarantee it'll be better than Remember they gave Schwarzenegger $50 million for that one? We're going to do things. It'll be better than Terminator 3. I guarantee you that.
All right. Any other comments, Bobby? How are we feeling about
Green? Get your Heisman tickets now.
Oh, really?
Firing the ball all around. All right, they make a big deal. The SEC, please look at the best quarterbacks in this conference. Thought this was all 5-star talk. All right, this 5-star talk. They got Diego Pavia about to go piss on Alabama. Right, New Mexico military transfer. You got Taylor Green, a Boise State kid, a 3-star out of Texas.
Now, Bobby, I know you're as a head coach, you're not allowed to gamble, but if you did, what would be your week 6 college football lock?
There's gonna be a lot of look. I pissed on a few women in my day, but there's gonna be some piss all throughout Tuscaloosa. We'll get to it, I'm sure.
They're calling it the Golden River Shootout because Pavia gonna get let loose. I mean, that is crazy. That I understand why Vanderbilt is a dog, but did you see this stat, Kramer, that Vandy has now been a dog for 51 consecutive conference games?
I mean,
they just keep making Pavia a dog and just keep motivating.
It's also like it does make sense. It's a crazy stat, but it also does make a lot of sense. Vanderbilt has been ass for a long before Diego Pavia. They were ass, and they made a good purchase.
Oh, great investment on Diego Pavia. All right. Any other final statements, Coach Petrino?
Look, this is the SEC. All right, we're gonna win this thing. It's not over yet. All right, and they're Rhett Lashley, SMU nonsense, bunch of religious freaks down there. All right, please, let's go.
Woo! Can we get a woo pig suey on your way out, Coach Petrino?
Woo pig suey.
All right.
All right. So
Thank you, Coach.
So yeah, maybe Coach, when you leave, have Colby double check Colby's audio settings.
All right, we're gonna try and get Colby on. Big thanks to Bobby Petrino. Appreciate you coming on.
That was I will say that
blur that obscene gesture Coach Petrino made.
Yeah, I please let us know what your thoughts on Bobby Petrino joining the show. Curious to hear what the crowd has to say.
Kramer, what any
look at this, he disappeared. We'll just
any
left.
Any big takeaways from last week's slate? I mean, for me, that Pitt game was so annoying. Pitt was one of my locks. They were up 17-0. See, and they were getting jobbed left and right by the refs. And then, I mean, certainly they deserved some of the blame for the collapse. And then not even covering the 4.5 was just
fucking college ball. But I learned the valuable.
It was, don't eat shit, Pitt. I felt like that was just an epic collapse by them.
I regretted not locking up Oregon. Yeah. That was very obvious in hindsight.
I was trying to get cute and thinking like, oh, this is a time to zag. This is the time when James Franklin actually will show up. I mean, it was the perfect situation spot for them. And then Drew Aller was making that miracle run there in OT. Felt like there was maybe a chance and just complete. They get the first touchdown in overtime, and then they still can't figure it out. Joining us back, Colby Dant. What's happening, Colby?
What's happening? What to talk about
is still quiet.
That the fact that I feel like we owe to Sean because the field storming was maybe the greatest field storming ever, and also. That hill was the reason why that very hill that he talked shit about. He talked a lot of shit about.
Freezing cold take on a hill. I didn't think I would see it.
The hill 2,000 people there.
I mean, it was one of the most epic field stormings of all time. UVA winning
incorrect.
Upright.
It just happened recently.
No, it was one of the best ones. And you had the guy taking the photo, flipping Castellanos, the bird. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. And then also the people in their ivory towers who were just like, can you believe this? This has no place in the game. This is disgusting. Come on. It's some drunk college student. Castellanos talked a lot of shit and he's going to flip him the bird and take a photo.
Well, what about the other side where like Squirrel White is, everyone rushes and they're like, oh, I'm super concerned about Squirrel White. He's in fucking a helmet and shoulder pads. What are we talking about here? Everyone's a fucking moron.
What are you talking about? The assault that the patrons of the game in Charlottesville committed to that poor wide receiver.
Can we talk about how they did all that, but they didn't take the goalpost down?
Yeah. Well,
what school installed?
They're not allowed to march anymore in Charlottesville. So yeah, they went to the Home Depot. There weren't any tiki torches, so they couldn't get it going.
Colby, what
crowd was great. I know Kramer hated it, but the crowd really helped him with that game.
I went to the window to bet the game because we like the dogs on Friday night. We're at the Cirque, and I just couldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Couldn't bet the spread or the money line.
Beautiful. It was an easy cash.
I don't need blood money. No, not that kind of blood money.
And we're off to a decent start here with our Westgate contest. 56%. Kramer? What place are we in? Now we oddly had 2 pushes on our card because
what did I say earlier? It was like 120 for. I'll
to like 1,000. We're in the top 10%. We
Those
had
are really tough beats though, man. Pitt was up 17-0. How
I
about
know.
A&M? A&M scored to go up 10, and it was called back on a questionable call.
Yeah, I was watching that on the old phone, and I was like, I thought when that happened, I was like, nice. And then I looked back and I'm like,
and then Arizona State, we got
the worst of the number.
We picked it on our show at 2,
and
of course they win by 3. The contest had ended up closing at 3, but Texas A&M, maybe we got a break because when we picked it was 6.5. The contest had it at 6, so we got a push there. So we still got a full point for the 2 pushes. So essentially, we got 4 points for that for the week. So not bad. Keeping above 500. Keep winning. Keep stacking winning weeks in the Westgate contest.
We are, and it's so funny because every time I go to look us up, I don't look up Dome Football first. I forget that our name is Dome Football.
It's a great name.
We're 18, 14, and 3, and we're tied for 130th place right now.
All right.
Top 10 get paid. We have 19.5 points. You get a half point for a push. Currently 10th place is 23 points. First place is 25 points. So very much in the mix still. 7 points available every week.
And of course, shout out thoughts, T's and P's for the Indiana backers who had -7 or some people hit me up and claimed that they bet Indiana when it opened at 6.5. When we talked about it was like 8.
Yeah, it
was 7.5 at Circa. I got it. I think it was 8.5 actually. So that for me it was no sweat. And I think, and I saw Colby's comments. I thought Iowa, if Gronowski stays in that game, it does feel like they're live to win that thing.
It was tied up. They get the interception. They return it back to the 29, and that bum of a backup quarterback couldn't get them any yards, so they missed the field goal. That I feel like Indiana got extremely lucky to get out of there.
Yeah, and then I mean it was pretty funny seeing Mendoza. Like time expired when he was on the 20, and he still ran for another 20 yards into the back of the end zone. I'm surprised there wasn't more made about that beep because that was pretty crazy if you got the early number. But it definitely closed like 7.5, 8.5 most places. So hopefully you
can't win them all,
side.
Sean.
No,
can't win them all.
No,
that's a tough one to lose, but you can't win them all.
Any other big takeaways from week 5, Colby? I'm still the shout out to Rice. They hung around. They got the 14.5 for you.
Had an onside kick to get the ball back to potentially tie the game if they would have been able to get that. But dude, I mean, you're seeing the parity throughout the sport. There was an unbelievable amount of close games. I forget the exact number, but like within 1-score games everywhere. The sport it hasn't been like this in a long time where right now, what would you guys say? How many teams do you think could win the national championship? Because I think it's a pretty big list right now.
I mean, you could probably say what, like 10, 12?
I don't know that anyone is awesome.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's more like 20 or 25 maybe. Like it matters the path, I guess, and you'll get favoritism towards some of the blue
it's one of these weird graphs where like the better the talent you have, the more likely you are to have no experience playing with one another. And the more experienced teams are more likely to have less talent and maybe coming from a situation where they were either lower in the rankings or a smaller conference. And so, yeah, I mean, if this would be a fun year to have a 24 team playoff, I'd say that because it does. I think in a lot of years, it's like, yeah, you have these top 4 to 6 teams that are they're just better than everyone. And it's not like that. I mean, even like looking at the SEC, it's like, it's a little bit satire, but starting to look more and more realistic that Vanderbilt is a team that should. I mean, I understand the point spread and the knuckleheads on the internet that argue like, oh, it doesn't matter. They're going to be two touchdown dogs, but I guarantee like that's one of the easiest picks I'll ever make in my life.
Well, and how about your bigger recruits like Lagway and Manning look like the worst quarterbacks in the conference. And
here's what I'll say:
Trinidad
Colby.
Chambliss and Ferris State transfer and Diego
Trinidad
Pavi from
Trinidad and Tobago and Chandless.
We need to take the pre-seed, like the early Heisman market, much more serious next year because all the chalk is dog shit, and they're like we just need to sit down.
I'm mad I didn't have more long shots because all the long shots are
you know what?
All the favorites now are like 100 to 1 plus.
This is what we're doing.
A few months ago.
Next year, we do this for all the NFL markets. We're having Colby on, and we're just going to go from the bottom to the top and go through every quarterback.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. And yeah, I think, putting a whole bunch of small bets on these longer shot guys. I mean, my God, think about the draft markets, right? First it was Shador 2 years ago.
God.
This year it was like Arch Manning, #1 pick, 2-1. His grandfather said he's not coming out. Still 2-1.
That was crazy.
We got to take that
Garrett
more seriously.
Nussmeier doesn't look good. Lagway, the ones that we all thought were supposed to be awesome, or we as in the media,
the common people.
Pavia's down to 17 to 1 to win the Heisman, which is just awesome,
dude. Well, he's one of the top 5 best players in college football right now.
Yeah.
If they keep winning, he's pretty, as far as a path, he's pretty undeniable as long as they do. Like generally the Heisman comes from a team that wins a lot of games. If they win a lot of games,
if you're a Johnny come lately, and of course Kramer, Colby, and our whole show has been touting Pavia for a long time now. Would you rather, if you're hopping in now, would you rather have Vandy to win the SEC at 35 to 1 or Pavia to win the Heisman at 17 to 1? I kind of almost think he
doesn't need to win the SEC.
You don't think so?
Because he can get in the playoff. As long
as he gets in the playoff without it,
go, I know the Heisman's a regular season award, or when they vote before the playoff starts. Right?
He definitely needs to get in the playoff.
Yeah,
but if they get into the playoff, there has to be someone more intriguing. And he's also obviously incredibly valuable to his team. And so, which a lot of the other
Vanderbilt's down to plus 450 to make the playoff. This is, as much as
that
people
feels like a good value.
Yeah.
They already hit the win total over. We cashed that last week.
Yeah. That was one of our locks in the SEC. It's as much as people complain about the NIL and the transfer portal and stuff, it's creating very competitive football and
Vandy has
super
money.
Interesting.
That's the they're in a
they're
conference.
basically running the option though. But one of the things that's compelling to me is now your schools that are that can go out and pay for the players. Before they would get all the players. Now teams can defend their player by paying them, and now you actually have to coach football, which I think before they were at a little. You wonder why a couple people retired at the right time.
Well, no, it's like you have program builders, you have recruiters, and you have football coaches.
Yeah,
and you need to be good at 2 of those things. And in a perfect world, you can do all 3. And I think too often it's program builder and recruiter and not coach.
Well, to Colby's point,
developer.
It does feel like this is the guys who can actually coach ball and develop players within a short amount of time too. I think is something that's interesting because if you're getting a whole new team, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. We've seen both extremes.
But you know what that is? That's generally those team resets involve a couple key players that probably already know the system and the system works. And then these coaches are probably a little bit more veteran and have experience run it. Like the difference between a good coach and a bad coach. I'm sure I've shared this on the program multiple times. You watch what a team does when the clock is stopped in a situation. Are they ready for that situation? Do they understand what to do? Whether that's a dead ball, run the field goal kicker or team on the field, or understanding the rules of a kickoff. That's how you understand a good coach. And so that if they're focusing on that stuff, they're also focusing on how to most efficiently get people into the system and develop them to play. And so, to Colby's point, I definitely think coaching will matter more. Now money will still build the best teams.
Fair, but the depth is just not there.
Coaching matters more when you have less time. When you're a Nick Saban and you have these freshmen show up and they do this and they do that and they're coached this way and they're coached that way. And you have this all-star staff of coaches because it's a desirable place to be. It's not that hard to do that because you have the best players, you have the best facilities, development, all that. But when you're doing that in a year, you have to be extremely good at what you do. And you have to probably have experience doing it, which means you probably come from a lower level where you often have to your team is a fresh team every year.
Well, and now with paying the recruits, and developing them yourself wherever they go. You take a look at Georgia for an example. Georgia's D line is terrible this year, right? So far they've been terrible. That's unbelievable, right? Like you're like, wait, how did they do this? Normally they always have guys, right? Well, before they would just be able to go out and pay, where they were one of like 14 schools paying, but now you have 136 teams paying, and it's different. Now you develop that good defensive lineman wherever, and you say, guess what? We can pay him to stay here.
It's depth, right?
Yeah,
it's 100%. The Alabamas and the Georgias of the world, their backups were better than your starters.
Price of the brick is going up. The price of good D line talent has gone up, and they can only spend so much.
Well, also the guys who are the backups who are really fucking good, who normally would sit there and be on the bench for a year at Alabama or Georgia or 2 years, those guys are like, fuck that, I want to play. And so
and I think development too. Like, so like if you are developing a very good defensive player or whatever position, you know, you can hang on to them. Not everybody, but you can make the decision as a team. Like if you're Missouri, if you're whoever, you can say, we have enough money. Let's keep this guy where you can match that offer where before they would leave, you know?
I mean, Ashton Jeanty is the best example of, like, he stayed in Boise. Because they came to the table with some money.
Get some of that blue turf cash.
But also he understood that his like it was actually one of those intelligent moves for the player too, where his value probably is still stronger staying in Boise, and it was a good bet on himself situation. Obviously, there's very unlikely he would have ended at the same scenario in almost any other situation. But I think more players need to realize that.
But like, if you were to look at and say who are the best quarterbacks in the SEC right now, if you just look at the quarterbacks, you would definitely say probably Taylon Green, Pavia, Trinidad Chambliss. Maybe you throw Ty Simpson in there if you throw out the Florida State game, but after that, you probably put Joey Aguilar. All these guys are transfers from other schools, very obscure locations. And your high recruits where you didn't develop them good, essentially, good enough right now. Arch Mannings and Lagways and, you know, whoever else you want to throw in there. Nussmeier, they look like duds right now.
Arch is out to 30-1 for the Heisman. It's crazy. I mean, we were all over. We said, no, don't bet that for Heisman. That was kind of the crazy future of all time.
How often are the best high school recruits the best NFL guys? I mean, I think there's some correlation there, but if you don't have a situation where you're developing for years, I think you're way more likely to break and just not be that good.
Shout out to Tribeca Capital in the chat, hooking us up with a nice super chat. Tribeca Capital does sound like a holding company for some sort of. I mean, Tribeca Capital is probably like a holding company that helped pay college kids back in the day. Oh, a little endorsement deal from Tribeca Capital.
I thought you guys had just done an SGP documentary and we were going to hit the film festival.
Oh. You know? Well, there's the Tribeca Film Festival. There is that documentary. We got to. I didn't watch it. I've heard Eric, one of the listeners, hit me up. He said he liked it, or he was diving into it. The USC kid who was like the backup quarterback who got in with the with like legit cartel dealing cocaine back in the Pete Carroll USC championship teams. Have you seen the trailer for
Todd
that?
Maranovich?
No.
Fascinating.
It's called Cocaine Quarterback over on Amazon. I got to check it out. I heard it's good. All right, let's get into the picks. We got a full slate of games, of course, brought to you by mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Head in over there. Get in on all the live action. We got a sweet graphic of Pavia. Look at that. I mean,
this was made weeks before the season started.
We are. Colby turned us on to Pavia. We've been riding with the pisser for a long time. It's awesome to see him blow up on the national stage. I haven't heard if Theo Vaughn's going to get to date his mom, but either way, that guy's a dog.
Colby, if you had to update the graphic, would you make any player swaps?
Jeremiah Love is kind of like he's a beast, but he's sharing time with Price, the other running back. So maybe you switch out Love, but Ryan Williams and Pavia are pretty good. But hey, guess what? Ryan Williams isn't even leading the team in receiving. It's Jeremy Bernard. So maybe Jeremy Bernard.
Head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN, score 100% bet back bonus up to $500. T's and C's apply. Mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by No Vig. Who likes Vig? I don't. That's why No Vig got in on the Broncos, laying the 7.5 -103. Great price because using Novig, it's America's #1 sports prediction market. You're getting some of the best prices because it's an exchange. You're going head to head with your fellow DGens. Novig available in 35 states, including California, Texas, Florida. If you're in those states and you're like, oh man, I could use some extra action, fire up the Novig app, use the promo code SGPN, spend $5, you get $50 with that promo code SGPN. Helps keep the lights on and helps you save some money on some juice. That is the Novig app, promo code SGPN.
All right. Anything else we need to get off our chest before we get into the games? I know Sean, by the way, Colby, there has been a lot of response for more questions than answers. So we might actually
hired a producer. I heard.
Well, I didn't hire a producer. I just mentioned that.
I'm gonna get a beer while you guys discuss.
Perfect. I was just mentioning. Shout out to Patrick Fisher. He has a lot of great ideas, and it often sends me riveting topics that have more questions than answers. And so it's always good to have the information man behind the scenes, the stats and information.
I'm excited about this podcast. Are we doing this in the off season, or are we just gonna ruin a day of sports?
Oh, I think
content?
it's not realistic to say we're gonna start in season, but we'll see. Maybe we do something, but we'll figure something out. I mean, I know, but college basketball is right around the corner, which people should subscribe to the college basketball experience. I think
ACC Media Days in less than 5 days, so I'll be out there talking to Hubert Davis, John Shire, Mark Madsen. I might even do that crazy dance with Mark Madsen.
Me and Sean got a text from Colby, back to Colby asking for stuff hilariously. 12:56 p.m. on a Monday. Dear scumbags, can we make this work? And it's just a screenshot of the media day for Mountain West down in Vegas. So yeah, that's how Colby.
I thought I went light on you guys by calling you scumbags.
Could be worse.
All right. This will be the week we turn it around and start getting hot.
Yeah, I mean, the consensus stuff hasn't been bad, and like I said, our Westgate number is decent, and I feel like I'm doing pretty good because all the Friday stuff has been great, and honestly, that's when I'm usually betting bigger because we're out at the Circa and hitting some of those Friday dogs. Have been pretty
feel
great.
as bad.
New Mexico money line is carrying the rest of the season.
If you faded our consensus picks, you'd be 34, 33 and 1. So nothing that exciting about that, but it does feel like we need to pick it up. Bring some of that NFL fuel over here. What is this? Thursday night? We're heading to New Mexico. Maybe Sean will have a nice elevation update for us. New Mexico State hosting Sam Houston State, who, by the way, their coach is must-watch TV, especially on prime time. -2 here, -140 on the money line. New Mexico State's a +120 home dog. 52 is the total. 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Colby, just throwing this one on to make sure we have 17 games.
Oh, well, it's Thursday night, and
Thursday night.
I don't know. Can someone make sense of it? Because it's like, is there an NFL game next Thursday, guys? Not this Thursday, next Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Well, I'm just confused at these college football people. So 1 game on Thursday next week, 4 games on Thursday. It's like if you're doing this because the NFL is playing, then I don't understand the lack of consistency.
It is an interesting strategy.
It is weird that I never understood why they backed off Thursday night anyway. I mean, it used to be.
I feel some of the best matchups, man.
Yeah,
the SEC used to play on Thursday in the 90s, man.
ESPN's like they're scared to go head to head with Amazon Prime. I mean, it's not like the NFL matchups are generally the best on Thursday night.
And don't most people most Americans have 2 TVs?
Well, Colby, you're sounding very country club privileged right now.
Colby's got his.
I was in Columbia for a while, so I did specify Americans.
He did. He's getting his new grips on his irons, and even the guy who does Colby's shoes, he says the guy who cleans his shoes at the club, he's got 3 TVs.
Really?
So
My
in
God.
Colby's mind, we're just lousy with TVs. I mean, Sam Houston, they're coming off a little bit of extra rest here. New Mexico State coming off losing a rivalry game, but they are a home dog.
This is a great play on Sam Houston. They're 0-4.
Yeah.
Right. They're 0-4. But why are they
right?
favored? They had 2 weeks to prep, and New Mexico State's coming off the Rio Grande rivalry.
Short week for them.
First win of the Phil Longo era. Hunter Watson, dual threat quarterback. He's terrible at passing, but he can run his ass off. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Sam Houston State just because this is a crazy rest disparity. They're coming off a bye. New Mexico's coming off 4 days when they played their rival.
Yeah,
I mean, isn't this a situation spot?
No, I'm all over this. And New Mexico State's 2 wins to me were phony. I had Bryant in the points. Bryant covered. That's an FCS. It's not even a great FCS. And then if you look at that score, that 19-3 score, that was very deceiving. Bryant basically was at the same level as New Mexico State. Then the Tulsa game, Tulsa outgained it by over 100 yards, and their starting quarterback got knocked out on like the first drive. So I don't think they're any good. Sam Houston State's going to get them.
Yeah, I'll take the Bearcats. Kramer, what are you doing?
I'm taking the Bearcats. Real quick, Phil Longo trivia.
Okay.
Well, because he's becoming one of my new favorite college coaches.
He's a
so
character.
I did a little background on him, which, by the way, well, I won't give it away yet because it'll help you with the hint. But what position did he play in college?
Linebacker.
Colby, care to guess?
I'm going to say offensive line.
Quarterback and running back.
Really?
Ooh, where did he play at?
Well, he played at East Stroudsburg for a year.
Oh, shout out to East Stroudsburg.
And then Rowan, he's a fellow Jersey legend from Red Bank.
He coached LaSalle. He was the head coach of LaSalle in Philly before those filthy bitches got rid of their football program.
My weed dealer went to East Stroudsburg. Was if you didn't do great on your SATs, East Stroudsburg was a great convenient option. Shout out to East Stroudsburg.
He's coached at a lot of places. He's one of those. He's grinded through some Minnesota Duluths, Southern Illinois, Youngstown State, Slippery Rock. He's been around the block, and becoming my new favorite guy. So we're all on
Sam Houston State.
Western Kentucky. Now we're on Friday night, so let's pay attention closely here. Which, by the way, Sean, I did a little off script research.
Okay.
I believe there are 5 FBS games on Friday night total that we can bet on. And there are 2, this is going to blow Colby's mind. There are 2 Ivy League games. Oh my God. Is that correct, Colby? We got Ivy League football on Friday night.
Well, I mean, let's just see here.
He's going to get mad at me. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. He's looking it up.
Really?
Holy shit.
Really?
Our college football. Okay, get your mask.
Really?
Get your mask, Colby.
Really?
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
no,
Rhode Island.
The Governor's Cup, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
No.
It's a baby fucking wheel,
next time, if you're gonna dive, dude, you gotta really dive because
there's not a lot of Rhode Island Brown games on the surface.
We also got this on Friday.
John Hopkins, they got a program.
They made the playoffs last year and they're undefeated this year. They're gonna stick it to your little Dickinson, Pennsylvania school, Sean. All right, go Blue Jays.
People are going to be so confused. They're like, "Is it basketball season?"
Yeah, let's get to the big time matchups of the Hilltoppers and the Delaware Blue Hens. Enough of the small schools.
So
no, this game is awesome.
Back to FBS football. Western Kentucky heads to Newark, Delaware, to take on the Blue Hens. Joe Flacco, unfortunately benched in the National Football League. -2.5 for Delaware, -148 on the money line. Western Kentucky +128. 61.5 is the total. 4 p.m. on the West Coast, Friday night. We will we get to Vegas dangerously early this week, Sean. We will definitely have action on all the college football games.
Oh yeah,
Colby.
This game's fantastic, and look, I don't know if you guys have caught this, but the Flaming Libs are struggling. The Liberty Flames, who were projected to win the Conference USA, they're struggling, and it looks like Delaware is potentially, or Western Kentucky, the best team in the conference. Maybe some say La Tech, but here's the thing, man: is these FCS schools that jumped up, especially Delaware, more so than Missouri State. Delaware has been very good in the FCS for like 30 or 40 fucking years. So we knew they were going to be good, but the NCAA has a stupid rule where they cannot play in the Conference USA Championship or a bowl game. So they're going to look. This team is good. They're 3-1. Their only loss is at Colorado, and like that score is a little deceiving. The yardage was pretty fair.
Yeah.
Delaware beat an 8 or 9 win UConn team a year ago this year at this very stadium. This is a Friday night game. They're excited that they're FBS. This is a gigantic game because look, they can't play in the CUSA championship, but you can still say we were the best team in the CUSA.
yeah.
I'm all over these Blue Hens here, man. I know that you got Maverick MacGyver playing quarterback for Western Kentucky, and Sean, he can figure some things out, but I think Delaware and Ryan Carty, these teams that jump up, look at Georgia Southern, look at App State, look at Sam Houston, look at Jacksonville State, who won the CUSA. These FCS programs are that have been really good for a long time. They're legit programs. They would have all, like every one of them would have been in bowls year one for the most part, minus like UMass.
And what about made guy Nick Miniucci?
Oh yeah, he could play. Manucci.
He's got nice Delaware Blue Hen. He's a made guy. No
college ball.
No,
But I learned a valuable lesson.
no kickbacks for him. I this should be a pretty even game. I don't have a ton of advanced numbers that are saying this is lopsided. I'm gonna just default taking the home team. Give me the Delaware Blue Hens.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. And if you are on Western Kentucky, you can find a 3 at my bookie. So
Promo code SGPN.
Yeah.
So we're all in Delaware. The Blue Hens laying 2.5. Nice early 4 o'clock kick.
We're agreeing. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Sorry, I'm having to pass a captcha. I was trying to place a bet here. All right, I'm giving up. Moving along. Double New Mexico on in the first 3 games. We're heading to San Jose, California. Beautiful Bay Area. 7 p.m. on the West Coast. And what I like about this week's slate, Sean, is there are 3 games that start at or after we start our show. So we will have sweats throughout the entire VSiN Sports Gambling Podcast live on VSiN. New Mexico heads to San Jose to take on San Jose State. San Jose State -2.5. I put them in the dead to me basket very early this season.
Oh yes,
-135 on the money line. New Mexico +115. 58 is the total. Colby, what are they still dead to us?
No. Look, they're fade the Rio Grande rivalry, man. That was a huge game.
Yeah,
they had
right.
that place packed. They stormed the field. And how about the fact that the one team, New Mexico is 3-1. Jason X doing an unbelievable job there. We're on the over on their 3.5 wins. But their one game that they, besides Michigan, which was a 10-point game in the fourth quarter, the team that gave them the hardest game was Idaho State in the FCS. Idaho State runs the run and shoot. Well, guess what? San Jose State runs the spread and shred, which is a variation of the run and shoot. Craig Stutzman. I expect that to be the difference. And why else would they be favored? Why are they favored?
The spread
this isn't
and shred?
A toxic environment. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that sounds like something Patty C executed.
Toxic
in
environment.
college.
You sound like a college student, Colby, complaining about some microaggressions.
I said this is not a toxic environment.
Not a toxic environment. Okay. Well,
No, the toxic environment is Patty C executing the spread and shred.
oh, that's after Chipotle.
I had a different thing in mind, but okay.
Oh, well, there you go. Are we really fading New Mexico? New Mexico looked pretty good on the road. I get it. UCLA not good as we've really learned, but I understand fading them off the rivalry win. They did 100%. They stormed the field, Colby. Because I mean, this San Jose State team.
It wasn't like the Virginia storming. I think they just had some fans jump out there with the trophy. It wasn't like a true storm. But to me, I think the line's telling you, and I also think San Jose State. If you watch that Stanford game, oh my God, because I have the win total over on San Jose State, so I'm sitting there sweating every game, and they blew. I mean, they were up a lot of points in the fourth quarter and just let Stanford come back. To me, it's a game that you can really focus on in practice. Say, guys, what the fuck was that? We got to get up after that. We were up the whole game.
I'm taking the Lobos. San Jose State sucks. I'm not. They've taken enough of my money from getting convinced that they were going to be a good team.
Yes.
Ken Niumatalolo lying about how good his offensive and defensive line to our reporters on media days. I'm taking New Mexico. San Jose State to me has just looked like shit. New Mexico can play. I'll happily take them. Kramer, what do you know?
I felt the same way. That's why I asked Colby if they're still dead to us. He said no. I'll go with him. I like the fading of both New Mexico's teams.
I like that idea, but not with San Jose State.
7:30 p.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Provo, where West Virginia and BYU are facing off. BYU laying 19 minus 1,200 on the money line. West Virginia plus 775. 47 is the total. Do not unleash Mac. Goes back to school on the conservative folks of Provo, Utah. This is an all-time culture clash.
I was about to say, is this the biggest you could do in college football, like FBS college football?
Just in terms of clashing
lifestyles,
of culture. I'll tell. I mean, I was in Provo. I was at I think I shared the story about how there was a signed picture of Taysom Hill in the hotel lobby. But in a restaurant where I was dark enough to appear to be a minority, and so and these people, it's not that they were just like they were translucent almost. They had the blonde hair, blue eyes. It was like the Hills Have Eyes, like got dressed up in their formal wear. And so I think it's actually more of a meeting of two. Did
you think about Jim McMahon on campus?
I think West Virginia and BYU is just like there's like a fork in the road, and one people went one way and one people went the other. One
people choose religion, the other choose Jägermeister, and that's kind of other than that.
Yeah,
that's what the two fast
moonshining and Mormonism.
I keep laughing of
meth. Don't forget meth.
Meth. Yeah.
No, I'll give them credit. I'll say nice things about West Virginia.
There's a lot of choices.
Moonshine versus the Mormons.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
That's a T-shirt.
Now I always crack up Mac sharing photos of the drink wheel at his old college bar. He's like, time to spin the wheel. And it's like all those like random like girly drinks, like the slippery nipple and the hairy butthole or whatever, like kind of funny drink names they come up with.
Can we? Yeah, we need Mac to start just posting Mac goes back to school updates.
Wow, there's a bunch of fun photos.
Was pussy.
I'd like a little just a little recap about why going back to school as an adult is so great.
Yes.
Everyone thinks about it. Everyone has that.
We still haven't got the Dangerfield graphic that should be viral right now.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I know we like to take dogs on Friday night, but man,
this ain't the dog.
I do not see it with this West Virginia team. They have just kind of they beat Pitt, and that was like, all right, season's over, pack it in. Now, and BYU, nice comeback win against Colorado. Also, the Big 12 fined the Colorado for inappropriate chants during the game.
What's going on? These fucking sensitive BYU fans.
Fuck the
Mormons.
Mormons.
How did they even know? How did Yormark even know that this was going on? Someone took a video and sent it to him. Come on, BYU.
This is also like a crazy late start time for West Virginia.
Oh, I like that negative body clock.
I think it's. I mean, you're coming from the East Coast. The game's starting at what? 7 o'clock, 7:30.
7:30.
7:30. So
10:30 their time.
10:30 East Coast game. Can you make a case for West Virginia? I think BYU is going to destroy them.
I'm going to take the points actually because BYU. I still think that offense is figuring some things out. Like if you watch the Colorado game, I thought that was more about Colorado fucking it up than it was BYU winning it. So I think it's a little steep. I know that West Virginia's without their quarterback and running back, but I just think Rich Rod can stay in this enough. 34-17, we get the cover, and yeah, I think there's just enough there for Rich Rod to score a few scores there against this. BYU's a little bit phony undefeated.
I think it's just no. I think it's the travel. It's the short week after getting your ass kicked. It's a BYU team that might have a little bit of chip on their shoulder, and the weird start time, and how injured West Virginia is, how bad their offenses looked even when it's healthy. I'm laying it. I know the number's huge, but I'm laying it.
They also just got completely manhandled.
West Virginia? Yeah, they're bad.
Like Utah took out their demons. Oh, I'm with you. I'm
laying the 19.
I don't
think the money line's live. I don't know that BYU is in that gear.
None of the Friday night games, unfortunately, Sean, feature a home dog. Another 7:30 p.m. West Coast kick heading to San Diego, where our gals, sick logo, if you're watching on youtube.com/sports gambling podcast, San Diego State laying 6 against Colorado State. Great matchup, great city matchup here. Great logo matchup. San Diego State -6, -225 on the money line. Colorado State +195. 40.5 is the total. That looks like a classic San Diego State total right there.
Yeah,
flirting with the 30s.
Well, this 40.5. At San Diego, this is Colorado State's first road game. They're only getting 6 points. San Diego State's defense, in particular at home, has just been awesome. Now they had that weird game in Washington State where they got worked, but other than that, I mean, well, granted Stony Brook, but they shut them out. They shut out Cal, and then what? They let up 3 points against NIL. Like, this defense is legit. How does Colorado State move the ball against San Diego State in San Diego on a short week?
Yeah, I mean you're right, and Colorado State has the ultimate, guys. If I may, Colorado State, their starting quarterback Braden Fowler Nicolosi is
it's a great lawn chair graphic.
Exactly that. YouTube.com sports gambling podcast. But
what is this, Colby?
I love all the.
This
text.
is Eli Manning.
It's a definition of a lawn chair. Now,
no one asked for this.
When he goes to the Hall of Fame, this is what we read on SGPN.
That's a great graphic.
I don't know if I'd say great. It's a good graphic.
I take lawn chair to me. That's more of like a something you lay out on. To me, lawn chair is. I think of a lawn chair as something you use as like the strike zone for a wiffle ball game, like a little more upright. But I see what you're getting with the lawn chair. Just sit back, relax, and get
like
your ass kicked.
the old metal ones that we had.
Metal with like the vinyl
sit up, not like a pool chair or whatever.
Yes.
A lounge chair.
Lounge chair. But great graphic work as always, Colby. No, look at the advanced numbers. I mean, San Diego State's 8th in EPA per pass defense. Like. Top 20 in EPA per rush. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, if you could bet a Colorado State shutout, what am I missing?
Colorado State, their coach probably gonna be fired if he loses this game, and they probably should lose this game because they're fucking terrible. The one win they got was on a bad call where Northern Colorado scores a touchdown, and Northern Colorado is not a good FCS. So it almost stinks a little bit because I feel like Colorado State is so bad that I'm like, how's it only 6.5? But I guess they're coming from the Colb.
I mean, I would say that based on the betting splits, no matter the source, everyone is betting on San Diego State. To your point, Colby, if this line doesn't get to 7, I guess it's suspicious. It's still early enough in the week, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe it gets to 7, but we'll lay it. We'll get some CLV on this one.
I like this a lot.
Take the over in this game.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
I'm not taking any overs with San Diego.
Colby's doing
look at this at the snapper.
Totals
they scored over 30 at the snapper last time.
Doing totals.
Yeah, they'll win 30-0. They didn't let Cal score. You think Colorado State's gonna run it up on them?
Sorry, Colby. Go ahead.
38 7.
Okay,
When
I'm fine with that.
Colby goes to the East Coast and he's a totals guy now.
The guy. Well, the guy who sponsored him at the club got him into totals, right?
Guy at the 19th hole.
And we got to worry about is the influences. When we're not around, he's susceptible to peer pressure.
I am very high ranked in the totals world on Tally, on the great site known as Tally Site.
There you go.
Well, I mean, you saw who was number 1 this week.
With his little 6 games.
No,
or whatever it was.
I was number 1 on overall with picking all the games, Colby. So
in NFL, are we talking? What are we talking?
No.
I thought Nick was number 1, my brother.
All right. They have a number of categories, which I can see why it might be confusing. But let me scroll down on the old social feed, and I'll confirm exactly what. There's just so many winners. So Sean and I have been on a real heater over on the NFL. Yes, Nick was number 1 and I was number 2 overall. You're right. But for money line, that's what it was. I was the number 1 money line performer.
Oh, okay. Because I was number 2 ATS. So you're making up lies.
Nope. I see it right here. Number 1 top money line experts.
Wait, what the fuck did I see then?
Spread experts, probably.
Yes.
But I am number 2 overall. I think. Oh, Colby, there you are, down at number 9.
For which one was this?
We're only going to talk about overall, and I'll put it on this. Even though I was number 1 at money line, I appreciate that you might view that as a niche category. But yeah, I think your brother was number 1, I was number 2, and you were number 9.
Not
Better
ATS
luck.
though.
That was their overall metric. We're just talking about now that you're doing totals. I can't. Who knows what you're up to? All right, moving along.
Next slide.
Yeah. Do we have the slide master on?
Where's the next? Where's the next slide? Sullivan username.
I was looking at something.
Clemson, North Carolina in Chapel Hill, 9 a.m.
This game's hilarious.
Now on Saturday morning. Yeah, we'll have to do a quick Chapel Bill update. Clemson's laying 14 here, minus 600 on the money line. North Carolina plus 455. 46 is the total. How are you guys feeling about your Uncle Bill shit?
They're figuring it out. ACC's wide open.
Yeah, it is wide open. How you feeling?
Yeah,
about
I don't think they're any good. I think that was bad play. Bad play.
It's a bad dumpster fire.
No, I said just take them to win the conference because you never know. It's wide open.
I know.
Maybe they might put it all together, and certainly they haven't. But this is their first conference game, so that's when things get interesting.
It's true. They haven't lost a game in the conference. Is that what you're saying?
Undefeated in conference right now.
I don't. I mean, now the good news is Clemson's terrible.
That's a good.
The
point.
bad news is North Carolina is more terrible, and that is why I will lay the points. Normally Kramer lets me know about the dating scene between coaches, players, and all that stuff. But Moneyline Mac alerted me to Chapel Bill being in Nantucket with that broad. We got to lay it here with Clemson
on a game week.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well,
have you ever been to Nantucket? It's not like it's not like the easiest trip. I would imagine even if they were coming from wherever they were coming from, they would have to have landed and taken a smaller plane to Nantucket. Meaning they did some. I mean, that's a full day. He's checked the fuck out.
Now the look ahead line in the summer was Clemson by minus 13.5. Now Clemson is laying 14.
Well, they've gotten much worse.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't the number be way shorter than 14?
Well, I think North Carolina also much worse.
Well, what do you mean? Like they weren't considered that good coming into the season.
What was their win total? Colby, like 8.5.
I think it was 7.5.
Hold on, I got it right here.
Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah.
And Clemson was 9.5.
Yeah. And Clemson's way worse.
They're still easily 2 wins apart for me. I mean,
but Clemson, it's the ACC. They could. I mean, you saw Wake Forest probably should have beat Georgia Tech. So I mean, it's like if they get their shit together at the bye, they did this last year. We thought they're going to suck after the first, couple weeks of the season. Then they rallied and got it. I'm counting on them to rally with Dabo Swinney. Lay the number.
This feels like a great statement game for Clemson. I agree.
All right, I'll take Clemson,
So
but I'm not betting this game. I think it's insane to lay 14 with Clemson against anyone. But I certainly don't like UNC on the other side either. So I guess I'll trust the experts and take Clemson.
I was scrolling through some open wagers. I do have a what will Bill Belichick do next? I don't know what else was on the list, but I have Belichick Hudson sex tape release 25-1.
All right.
It hasn't been graded yet, so the other stuff it's still live. You say this week he was in Nantucket.
According to Moneyline Mac, I don't keep up with dating with the fucking players and coaches, but apparently that's what
was
reported.
They escaped to Nantucket for a getaway weekend.
He's getting picked up on like page 6 in TMC.
You know what? Give me UNC. That's what he needed. He needed to get right spots. Yeah, give me UNC. You guys are crazy.
Oh, this was a bye week thing.
Yeah,
this was a bye week thing.
Give me UNC plus 14. They're a home dog. Clemson shouldn't be laying this many points. He got his pipes cleaned out. He's feeling like a new man. Someone calling him in the chat, Billy Blue Chew. I love that. Get a little lead in his pencil. He's ready to go. Let's go UNC.
He recently driven a Gio Lopez lately.
Yeah. He's no
drove it into a ditch.
I think falls apart. Belichick sold a house on Nantucket earlier this year in August for $3.9 million. Maybe that's one of Jordan's.
I think he gave it to her, right?
Oh, he sold it to Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, he gave that was the part where like the family was concerned because he gave her a bunch of either gave her real estate or gave her money to buy real estate. I don't know. Really, still, hopefully she's a good football coach. It feels like that's.
I'm taking UNC just so crazy it might work.
They're being coached by Jordan. I can't bet on that. Dabo by $1 million. Kansas State. They did do a I don't know if they were doing it throughout the season, but they did do a show together also on, I think it was on ACC Network, Dabo and Belichick. So I wonder be some bad blood. Kansas, let's move along. Sean, good luck with your pick. Kansas State heads to Waco, Texas to face Baylor. 9 a.m. kick here on the West Coast. Baylor laying 6.5 minus 235 on the money line, plus 200 for Kansas State. That is a wild cat. 61 is the total. I like the Baylor logo that Colby used here on YouTube, and the stadium gets a logo. So you like this? You fancy this stadium, Colby?
Keenan Memorial did too. I mean, look. I mean, the good thing is college hasn't fucked these up yet. It might be coming down the pipeline, but right now we're good. We're good. And this is a new one, guys. You guys don't think I like new shit? I told you this is a new stadium that's done well, very well. See. Just shitting on your guys' opinion that I only like old shit.
You do?
No, not true. Lies.
When did they build this?
In the past 10 years.
2013. This
12 years, yeah.
That's not new, Colby.
It's on the edge of being old, and so Colby's starting to like it.
It's like way better than Allegiant or SoFi or that bullshit.
Wait, you don't like domes?
No.
It's not funny, Sean. It's not
I know
funny.
Colby can't. He can joke about anything, but when he's like, "All right, I want to make it clear, though, I really don't like dome football."
It's not funny. It's like,
what are we doing in this game? Because I'm
taking K-State. I think.
Really?
Look, I think they got that bye week. I cashed on them last week against UCF. Sawyer Robertson and Baylor can throw for 1 trillion yards, but their defense is terrible. I'll trust the team that can run the ball better. Getting Dylan Edwards healthy, I think, has been a big factor. Give me the points and these Wildcats as they go into Waco, Texas. I think they can. I think the money line's live. I'm with Gary K in the chat.
Kramer, I guess don't trust Avery Johnson on the road. I'm a little skeptical. And then there's that whole losing that first game in Ireland curse, but maybe they shook it off with the bye.
I get the Baylor anytime I'm involved in a Baylor game. It looks good and then it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I guess it's every Baylor. It's the 6.5. I feel like they'll be up big and then they'll blow it.
Kansas State fans.
I'll take K-State.
K-State fans don't seem like they're all the way back in.
No, but that's why you gotta get back in before the fans. Like the fans are always the most cynical. It's like when Colby is out on ECU. That's the time you play them.
Look, that was a win-win scenario.
Give me Army, lock up Army.
I was rooting for ECU the whole time too. Ask Line Mac. We were there. We were having a good old time, and it was perfect because basically I just gave the universe $50 for me to have a good time, and it was like that Seinfeld because I ended up getting free tickets anyway. So it evened out.
Evened out.
Yeah.
Give me Kansas
I'll
State.
take K-State.
I'm going to follow Colby here just so I have someone to blame. But I wouldn't. I'm not good on Baylor games. 9 a.m. Another 9 a.m. kick. Heading to Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Bengals really suck. But the Bearcats are laying a point against Iowa State here. -118 on the money line. 54 is the total. Another great slide here. And another, is that a stadium with a logo? I can't quite, the print, the text is so small. It's hard to see.
Oh, buddy. I mean, one day we'll teach a class with you, buddy. This is Nippert Stadium, buddy. I mean, come on, this thing, they've been playing football, on this exact location since fucking 1901, man. 1901. So the Cincinnati Bengals used to call this home with Ken Anderson back in the day, but you schmucks wouldn't know that. Nippert's a classic, buddy. Way better than that Bengals bullshit. This is an interesting game because Iowa State, their DC one of their DCs is now at Cincinnati. So this will be an interesting matchup because of just they know what Matt Campbell and Rocco Beck like to do. But I just think Rocco Beck is in when a game's close. He's shown that he's kind of been a nit factor. So I will take Iowa State, even though this line crossed over 0, right?
Well, meaning
Iowa State was favored early on.
Yeah, I think so, which is tricky, right?
I'll pull it up.
I'm with you, Colby. I mean,
that doesn't really matter.
It's a little scary going against the Bearcats. Obviously, they looked really good, lighting up Kansas there. Brendan Sorsby had a very good game, but yeah, back against the wall. I feel pretty good about Rocco Beck. I feel dumb for taking Arizona last week. I'm gonna ride with my boy Rocco.
I think in a close game like Satterfield's teams, I know they won a close game last week, but I just think they tend to mess up.
Rocco Beck,
penalties and stuff. So I'm gonna go with
all-time college football name Rocco Beck. Kramer, what are you doing? You on Iowa State or Cincinnati?
Well, he's the Meatballs kid, right?
He is.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to the UFL. He's been one of the better quarterbacks we were talking about who's been good quarterback in college football. I feel like he's been one of the better quarterbacks in college football.
Yeah, I mean, what's a Rocco Beck Heisman ticket look like?
As far as the number, looks like it opened. I'm looking at the circus history. Opened Iowa State -2, got bet out to he got bet out to -2.5 on the Cincinnati side, and then it's basically just been ping ponging back and forth, which means they're taking bets on each side. The bet splits would have you think the Iowa State's received more of the action, but I mean the numbers bouncing back and forth, which tells me people like both sides of it. But yeah, I'll take the quarterback.
Yeah, so Iowa State.
Yeah, Rocco, the Meatballs kid.
Well, here's the thing. Iowa State plays so many close games traditionally. I know they whooped Arizona State's ass last week, but like the Arkansas State game was a little dicey. One of these games, like a missed field goal or something's going to cost them, but I don't think it's here. I think Rocco gets it done.
Yeah. I mean, we just have to hope this isn't the random game that they dropped that they probably shouldn't. Cause that's also something he's done like basically in every year of his tenure there at Iowa State. Air Force, Navy. Oh, what a matchup here. Sean did say maybe we cut down the slate a little.
Yep.
I hope this wasn't one of the games you were considering cutting. 9 a.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to beautiful Annapolis, Maryland, where Navy is an 11.5 point favorite. -420 on the money line. Air Force +340. 51.5 is the total. I mean, how can you fade Navy at home here?
Oh man, this is just too many points, man. This is just
Air Force's defense though has been pretty shitty. I mean, I guess
it has been.
Is this what does Air Force get up for this game against Navy? It is the Commander in Chief Cup.
It all counts for that.
I feel like Air Force. I mean, the defense has been bad, but going up against an option team, and I know they got destroyed last year, 34-7, I think it was. But in Annapolis, they would have covered this line like you'd have to go back to like I don't know, like 10 years ago or something for the last time they did not cover this number in Annapolis. And it's very similar to the Rice angle. It was like, to me, you have two option teams, so the clock is going to bleed. So 11.5 is really like 22.5. You know what I mean? So I'll take the points with Air Force to stay in this game. I wouldn't be crazy money line. It would not be crazy money line, even though I know we ate shit with them against Hawaii last week. I just think when you get option on option, you saw Rice. If they would have got the onside kick, who knows? And Rice was dominated for a full half.
They didn't declare the onside kick. That might have helped.
No declaration, buddy.
Colby, they run the option, and they've given up. Well, I'll ignore the Bucknell game, but 49, 49, and 44.
True.
I mean, the point spread is bigger, but they've been playing games into the 70s, which I would imagine very, very strong chance we see an incredibly high scoring triple option game, which is why we're seeing a triple option total at 51.5, which, by the way, now that we're talking it out, Sean, we should probably play the over here.
If the total's 51.5, I don't know, Colby, you're not selling me on Air Force. I'm taking Navy. The Air Force defense is it's just bad. I want to take Air Force.
So there's this new site we've been using to look at these matchups for for college football, and they have kind of like those what do you call them, like those spider plots where each axis kind of, you see them for athletes where like you fill up a certain amount of the whatever shape it is. Their defense literally is just like a little dot with like a tiny little section cut out. It's
125th EPA per rush,
horrible.
136 EPA per pass, and on the other side, Navy's top 10 in both. I get it. Normally 2 triple options, 2 service academies. I'm going to take the dog, but this Air Force defense is gutless. Give me Navy laying 11.5. Kramer, what do you know?
I'm very much Army/Navy and then Air Force.
I'm an Air Force guy. My dad was in the Air Force. Lieutenant Colonel.
Distant third to me in terms of quality of service academy football, and so easy to lay the points for me. And I realize I need to get back to my laurels, which is loving a good big favorite in college football. Vanderbilt heads to Tuscaloosa for the 12:30 p.m. matchup here on the West Coast, right in the middle of the day, like that. Alabama laying 10.5 minus 400 on the money line. Vanderbilt plus 325. 55.5 is the total. This is one of the games that has moved a ton. I believe it opened at 13.5. Has a lot of Vanderbilt money coming in. Colby, I assume we're all going to be on Vanderbilt here. But there is a revenge angle to talk about, and my question is, like, do the modern young athlete even care about that kind of thing anymore? I was trying to think this out because relating via my kids, they understand rivalries, like high school, they want to beat their rival. They understand it's like a bigger event. It's fun to hang, go to the football game, whatever. But I don't know if I wonder how much these kids feel that revenge. Some do. I'm sure some do. But not all do, and we know there's a lot of turnover with these rosters year to year. So I'm just trying, because I'm also going to be on Vanderbilt. I'm not playing this game anymore. Yeah, and also Alabama's a team I've gotten wrong, I think, every time we've picked them.
And Vanderbilt, you want to look at their advanced metric stuff. EPA per pass, 4th in the nation. EPA per rush, 6th in the nation. Like, this is not just them randomly showing up and playing spoiler. They're competing on a high level SEC football and playing really well. And this might be this is not an easy matchup for Alabama at all. Obviously, I'm all over Vandy in this situation, and maybe And honestly, too, like Utah State could have been a look ahead spot for them last week, but then they woke up and just started balling, and Pavia racking up some numbers there, helping his Heisman campaign. What's the case for Alabama?
What's this? It smells like piss. Do you remember the was that Wu-Tang or was that Method Man? The album, there was an interlude where he goes, "What's this? Smells like fish." Right? Well, we're doing that. What's this? Smells like piss. Right? And here's what we're doing here. I was on Alabama. You bozos, I think, took Georgia last week, but
Yes,
Alabama's run defense is fucking terrible. All right.
Yep.
I believe they're 89th right now in the country at run defense. Florida State ran for what, 250 on them? I think it was 240, something like that. Georgia loaded up against them. What does Vanderbilt do well? They are 12th in the nation. Well, it depends what you look. I guess there's an 18th also out there if you exclude the FCS game.
They're 6th in EPA per rush, even better.
But either way, a top 25 rushing offense. Diego Pissing Pavia, a 7-year quarterback. Dude, Moneyline's live. Get this Bama bullshit out of here against the pisser.
I mean, the guy has utmost confidence and will not quit. So that's who you want to bet on catching 10.5 points.
I think it's going to be important for Vanderbilt to kind of hit him early. I mean, I do think the Vanderbilt back end has been exposed at times, and Alabama has very, very good receivers.
If Ty Simpson can pick apart the secondary, and if Pavia's one turnover, I think they're fine. If he turns it over twice, that's where things get a little wonky. But yeah.
And you know, I have Alabama winning the national championship. They can still do this after this loss here.
Yeah, they're good. They're going to be they're going to be in the they're going to be in the playoff regardless.
And it does. I will say that it does seem like at the Circa, maybe this is a pros versus Joe's game. We'll have to be careful because it does seem like the sharps are starting to bet on Alabama. Sean.
Okay, is this a public dog has fleas? Are we a little worried about that?
Yeah, I think that we are worried about that.
All right. Speaking of dogs, we're obviously all on Vanderbilt plus 10.5. We're also all over on Underdog. Use the promo code SGPN. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Colby, what do we like this week? What are we doing?
Yeah, I did my homework, man. I'm very proud of myself.
Great work.
We're going with Bear Bachmeier. The starting quarterback who wears number 47. Shout out to that at BYU. Higher 14.5 yards as the longest rush. And then we are going to go to a game in Tucson, right? Where Arizona's coming back from getting their ass whooped against Iowa State. But Doug Meacham is the interim head coach. He fired the defensive staff. And Haas Henne, I believe, is still injured. Something to monitor, but I believe he's still not going to play. So Zane Flores will get the start, and I like the higher than 209.5 passing yards. Just make sure you check the injury report. Make sure, because Haas Henne's been questionable a bunch of times, but I heard he was out for weeks. But you never know with these fucking reports. But yeah, as long as Zane Flores starts, you're going to hit higher than 209.5 passing yards.
So higher Zane Flores 209.5 and higher Bear Bachmeier 14.5 on his longest rush. 100-yard entry returns you $300. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna betcha with props. That's right. You can build your own prop models, and also all you got to do is track some of your plays in Rhythm for a chance to win up to $1,000. So very easy. You can build your own model. They have a free tier as well. If you're doing the paid tier, which I recommend, a promo code SGPN 25 get you 25% off. Tell you who Rhythm likes. Rhythm likes Appalachian State. They're saying get down on the money line there. It's only -125 against Oregon State. Love. I totally co-sign that with Rhythm. I mean, Oregon State after that game against Houston where they almost pulled off the crazy upset in Corvallis, and now you got to go on the road, and you were kind of a shitty team to begin with. Feels like a great spot for App. I agree with Rhythm. Take App State on the money line, and of course, download the Rhythm app today and use a promo code SGPN 25.
Now we really might need to replace Arch on that graphic.
That's great.
It's not dating well. All right. Moving along to one of our favorite cities here on the show. 12:30 p.m. kick on the West Coast. We're heading to Louisville, where Louisville -7 against the Wahoos. I got into a debate with someone about what a Wahoo was. Still don't know. +210 for UVA coming off the big alleged cool court storming, field storming that really, it only looked like a couple thousand people to me.
Court storming?
61.5 is the total. How are we feeling about Louisville here in this spot at home with a
smash spot?
Yeah, right. With UVA coming off a program defining win.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to me, it's I'm always going to fade teams after storming the court or storming the field, as in the case with college football. As someone who was on Pitt, I mean, Miller Moss made some big throws when he was, getting pressured there, and it was a fun game. But Chandler Morris also threw 3 interceptions. Like, they were, in a lot of ways, they were fortunate to get that win. The crazy kind of plays in OT. Maybe some bad calls by the refs, but whatever. It's home college football on a Friday night. We were all over UVA. This seems like a great time to fade them. You got to take Louisville here. Colby, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
Louisville,
look,
right?
I actually think, like, lost in this. I think Virginia's pass defense is horrible. Now, they don't chart horribly because they played Thomas Castellanos, because they played William and Mary, because they played Stanford with good Ben Branson. And Coastal Carolina's offense is fucking terrible too. So I think they're actually way worse than that. And when you play Jeff Brom, he will exploit that. Their receivers are really good at Louisville. Their quarterback's good. I'm all over laying. This is lock potential.
Yeah, and reminder, we were also fading Florida State as they looked ahead to the game against Miami.
Yeah.
And so this is like
anything to take away from their historic victory, right?
I mean, if that's sure.
Are you going to apologize to the field? I had a lot of people asking, will you apologize to UVA's awesome stadium?
No, it's not an awesome stadium.
God,
oh my gosh. How many people reported how great that stadium was from the crowd, but also there were people saying
they were
it's
drunk
a gem.
at a football
it's a
game,
fucking gem.
It's a fucking gem.
We need
forget about it. What murder?
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts would be, if it's such a gem, why do they only show up once every once in a while?
No, a great stadium. The Rose Bowl is great. UCLA's got like 10 fans there every week.
It's not great.
No need to insult our buddy Justin Decker.
It was great that night we were there with the LSU, all the LSU fans.
That was fun.
That was excellent. I know you only got to stay for a little bit, Colby, but it was a very good time.
I had to meet some friends in the parking lot.
I just love how Colby just went out.
Speaking of another great episode on the SGP Stories Patreon, going behind the scenes with Colby getting kicked out of the Rose Bowl. That's an all timer.
Yeah, Colby misbehaving on a hilarious level. I can still remember the crowd joining together, UCLA fans and LSU fans across the aisle.
Bowser in the drive home. Oh, will you shut the fuck up? Let me enjoy this win.
Oh man,
Colby had a moment where he's like, okay.
So many great elements. Next up, Texas. So we're all on Louisville.
Yes.
Which every time we talk about a Louisville game, I get at least 2 DMs about the thanking me for my correct pronunciation. 12:30 p.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Gainesville for Texas and Florida. Texas laying 7 on the road here in the swamp just seems wrong. -260 on the money line. 42 is the total. Florida's a juicy +220 home dog. Colby, great logos, by the way.
Well, I mean, which shitty quarterback's going to play better?
I just feel like you got to bet on the home defense. I guess that would be my thought here. Because
what's
Florida,
next week?
Florida. I mean, Florida hasn't put up 17 points this season. Is that? I mean, that's obviously against like real teams, but is that enough to cover against Texas? Texas, besides Arch, they do have a good roster. Maybe Sarkisian fixed him in the 2 weeks. There was rumors that he was dealing with an injury. I'm trying to make a case for Texas because
they have Oklahoma next week, Sean.
Okay,
there's like that's the handicap.
Is this a look? Can you look ahead when you're?
Oh, absolutely.
And I just
want a trip to the swamp. before the game against Oklahoma. This was a circle it before the season.
Yeah,
we were always taking Florida.
I'm on Florida. I was just trying to like walk through what the case would be for Texas. I mean, betting on DJ Lagway right now is not super comforting, but yeah, who is Arch Manning to be laying 7 points on the road? Does he finish the game, Colby? Like I'm worried he might get pulled.
Well, I the concern would be Texas is the luckiest team over the like. I honestly don't know if Texas was even any good the past 3 years. They've played like so many backup quarterbacks. Lagway was in a boot what like 10 days ago or something, 12 days ago. That's the only way they get this. And surprise, surprise, next week they play Oklahoma. And what's Mateer got surgery in Los Angeles.
Gonna be out, probably.
This fucking Texas team's the luckiest team ever. I'm still taking Florida. Art's got to prove it to me. I don't think he's good. He's got. I know Lagway's not good either.
Yeah,
but I'll just take the home team and count on that to be the difference. But I don't have strong conviction. If Lagway plays, I feel better, obviously. But
who's their backup?
That's the problem. Is their backup? The guy they brought in to be the backup was promised that he had a shot to start. He got pissed when he talked to Lagway, and Lagway's like, "Nah, dude, they've given me that." So he transferred to Charlotte. So their backup. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but he's basically the third string. The third string.
Is it Trammell Jones Jr. or Harrison Bailey?
Harrison Bailey is it? Yeah.
Harrison Bailey, who was a transfer. He played at Tennessee,
Carolina,
then UNLV, then Louisville, and now.
I mean, Lagway against this Texas defense is not comforting, but you still can't lay 7 with Texas on the road. Kramer.
So Colby, is this going to be a rock fight?
I think that's safe to say. Yeah.
Rock fight, money line in play.
Ooh, okay. So you're on.
Why does Texas get any respect?
Florida -7. I mean, their defense.
The Ohio State game.
I guess they were close against Ohio State.
That was great. That was the peak. They peaked early. Boise State, Notre Dame, another 12:30. Wow, the 12:30 window is pretty good here. Heading to South Bend, where Notre Dame is laying 20.5. Maybe this game doesn't have to make the card next time. Laying 20.5 against Boise State. Boise State 825 in a single football game. Sean Hunter will 825. 63 is the total. Explain why this one made the card, Colby.
They made the playoffs last year,
but this is this year, and this is a 20.5 point spread.
And I'll take the points.
I'm with
Lou Holtz Bowl. You're off the Lou Holtz Bowl, and you ran it up on them. And Boise's sitting there. They had a week to prep, right? So I think Boise. I know they look like shit down there in South Florida, but I also think some of that. Now Boise's not as good as last year's team, but I also don't think they're as bad as what we saw at Raymond James Stadium to open the season. So I think they can stay within this number. We've seen Notre Dame lose to Marshall, Northern Illinois, and Stanford under Marcus Freeman. He has a problem with that. So give me the points.
And Notre Dame's defense, I guess, looked better. It was more about just Arkansas's defense was horrible. They were on the last legs of their coach. Like it was just about that program unraveling. Woo pig suey. But now I still don't trust Notre Dame's defense. I still don't. Now CJ Carr's look solid. He does
look good, man. He's gonna be a beast. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still young, and I don't trust this Notre Dame defense to cover this big of a number with the Boise State offense. Look at the advanced stuff. Look at the yard per play stuff. They're top 20, top 30 in some of the EPA stuff on offense. I just think they're going to make it a game.
Here would be I agree with you with the defense. The defensive liability of Notre Dame's a problem.
That's
you can't assume they fixed it last week.
No,
but Boise State's defense is rush defense is one of the worst in the country. Like this could very well be a Notre Dame.
That's a little deceiving because they played Air Force, which can only run. Like they're not a good run defense, but I'm just saying those numbers are a little bit of a lie because every play was a run.
Okay, but they were still very bad at it, and I'm looking at EPA, so it's on a per play basis. They're just bad. They've been very bad against the run. One of the
Colby
worst.
Doesn't do any of your fancy advanced bullshit.
One of the
yards is the metric. How many yards did you let up? I'm with Colby though. Boise State, it's too many points.
I'll lay it with Notre Dame. Surprised you're fading your fellow countrymen there.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you're an Irish.
I usually, I have a soft spot for Notre Dame, but this is kind of a red flag game that they seem to fuck up, and I'm not sold on their defense yet.
This isn't the Boise program we remember. Michigan State, Nebraska, heading to Lincoln, 1 p.m. on the West Coast, where Nebraska's laying 12 against Michigan State. That Spartan looks. I don't know. It doesn't look like very manly to me.
Oh, I think he looks
355 on the money line for Michigan State. 48.5 is.
He's got
total.
A sweet weighted vest on. He's got a cool mohawk.
Kind of looks
5 points of contact on the ball.
Are we sure this isn't someone who's just bringing a football from the cheerleading area on the field to the football players? Colby.
Yeah, I'll take the points. I think this is too much. Nebraska's defense, I don't think is very good ever since Tony White left. I know it's, the numbers this early in the season, I know we've been spewing these numbers, but some of them can be lies. They're number one in pass defense. Nebraska is. I don't buy that. I think Aiden Childs, although they're not prolific passing the ball, I think they'll have some success passing the ball. And I just think this number is too big for a Nebraska team that I think the defense is just in general not that good. You saw also the way Michigan was able to run the ball down their throats. Now, obviously, Michigan State's not as good as Michigan, but I think they'll have success on the ground. It's just too many points. And Nebraska has. How about? I should have pulled this for this part, but their record in one-score games is fucking atrocious. So. I know the line's more than a touchdown, but I think it'll be within one score. I think this is a worthy money line play too.
So this opened at 8,
and people are just hammering Nebraska. I don't see the love for Nebraska. I mean, Raiola's had a couple moments, but I don't know. He's not a double-digit favorite kind of guy. And Michigan State, they kept it competitive against USC. I guess. Yeah, I'm with you, Colby. I think Michigan State's going to hang around this game. Even looking at the advanced stuff, I think the Notre Dame defense, a little fugazi, not believing in their offense. Yeah, give me Michigan State and 12. That's too high. Kramer, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I like Nebraska. I went to the well and lost with them against Michigan. I think I'm going to go back to the well here. I like the home environment, and as I specified earlier. My card had been featuring way too many dogs recently. Get back to business. Get the worst of the number.
Shout out to Go Beeves pointing out Matt Rule too busy fucking talking on his podcast.
And then he called him the Doug Gottlieb of college football.
It's
a great insult.
It's a bit of a low blow. I mean, Doug Gottlieb is literally doing a horrible job.
What was his record?
Matt Rule has been a successful
2-25.
Yeah, it was something horrible. It was something really, really horrible.
At least Matt Rule has had 2 successful programs now, or successful-ish. We're not going to count the Panthers stint. Definitely don't mention it to Baker Mayfield
or Sam Darnold. He both those guys.
He got rid of the good quarterbacks. Texas Tech heading to Houston. Sean, you mentioned it earlier. Houston coming off a pretty wild victory up there in Corvallis. Now at 4 p.m. on the West Coast, Houston's a 12-point home dog against a Texas Tech team that appears to have put together the big bag of cash with results on the field, because they got some players. I was really high on that Utah offensive line, and they
Texas Tech looked awesome in that game.
They kind of hammered them. That was a very impressive win. Texas Tech laying 12 minus 435 on the money line. 50 is the total. As I mentioned, Houston home dog plus 350.
Are we a little concerned that Texas Tech spent a week? They're coming off the bye, smelling themselves after the big victory in Utah. And now they're a massive road favorite against a Houston team that got tested on the road, coming back against the wall. I mean, I really like Texas Tech, but I feel like situation spot, you might have to take Houston getting the points. Colby, what's your read on this?
Who's playing quarterback?
Are we more concerned that Baron Morton's starting and Hammond?
And the other guy looked better.
He is better, but I still think we lay it, guys. I like this play actually a lot. And
really,
well, Shail Wood, Texas Tech went out and bought one of the best defensive coordinators in college football, and he was Willie Fritz, defensive coordinator at Tulane in Houston. He was at Houston last year, so I think he's going to have a pretty good idea of what the bastard thinks. All right, to quote the clip there. But
I love Colby just quoting his own soundboard clips.
You can play it if you want.
Yeah,
you guys get you get all hoity-toity, and then you say you play too many clips. But
I never said
Because
that.
I understand how the bastard thinks. I taught him. Now I own one.
So I'm laying it, man. I think Houston. Another thing is, man, Houston got very fortunate to get Oregon State get out of Corvallis with the win.
Well, and I'll just say this, like, I mean, as soon as that game started for Texas Tech, I felt dumb having money on Utah because Texas Tech was just destroying them on the line of scrimmage. So if they bring that kind of intensity, they could roll Houston. So I'll take Texas Tech. You talk me into it, Colby. Kramer,
this one's also been bet up. We're getting the worst of it, but yeah, I'm on Texas Tech.
Lay the 12.
4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Tallahassee. We mentioned fading the look ahead spot for Florida State last week. Miami, of course, coming off the bye, and now they're facing off against each other. Miami laying 4.5 against Florida / Saudi Arabia State. Can't wait for the AI to try to transcribe that or to build a chapter around that. -190 on the money line for the Canes. Florida State +165. 54 is the total. I mean, certainly Florida State coming off the loss has to be a positive on their side.
It's also Miami's first road game,
which we've kind of been tracking. Colby, what's the? I mean, how has Miami done though on the road in this game? They've done pretty well in Tallahassee, have they not?
Well, I mean, you had some dark years with.
It's true.
With what's my guy's name? Jack Harbaugh's guy, Willie Taggart, right? So you had some dark years, but I'm gonna say this is a good opportunity to jump back in on Florida State with Gus Malzahn Magic. Miami has never faced Malzahn Magic, and I think as much as I think Miami's a good team, I'm waiting for the crystal moment.
Yeah,
and I think this could be it.
Castellanos off a loss after he got humiliated with like that guy fucking flipping him the bird. He seems to be a guy that gets up in big spots. We saw that obviously and I'm laughing because Ryan in the chat saying, please make me a Saudi Arabia State t-shirt. I will buy two. He's a guy that seems to get up in spots, especially when he's motivated. We saw that first game of the season. I think this could be it. I'm a little worried about fading Miami because of how good their offensive line looked, but I'll take Florida State here on the home dog as a motivated Castellanos.
Let's
Kramer,
go.
what do you?
Let's go. Hold on. I got a.
So we get our kicks doing the Seminole rap. We are the Seminoles of Florida State. We know we're good. Some say we're great. Our goal is simple. Best in the land. Rocking to the beat of the Monster Cheese Band on Saturday night. We'll start our stuff to show the nation that those are tough.
We got to
do. Wait for the bridge.
They all know we just be chilling.
I mean, how great is that? Go watch that.
We gotta do a SGPN version. It's like, hey, I'm Mac and I get blackout drunk and I have a super cool funk. And then, hey, I'm CJ. I got the bottom line bombs. Sing some song. We got to do an SGPN version. That being said, Saudi Arabia State is the play, catching the points. A little worried about how good Miami's offensive line, and they're making Beck look awesome, in spite of the fact that Kramer hates him because he lost a couple Lambos.
He might be good. If you filter how has Miami done in Tallahassee when ranked, you have to go back to 2004 to find a situation where they would have covered this number. So yeah, I think we have to take Florida State.
Well, and I mean, look, the last time we saw Miami on the road, they blew their playoff chances and losing at the filthy Carrier Dome. So I mean, like this is just a classic.
To your point, Cristobal hasn't fucked up a huge.
Is it going to be a time management thing, or is it going to be a cutting a 1-score game to a 1-score game decision?
Actually, look at the last 4 road games for Miami. You have a loss at Syracuse, a loss at Georgia Tech last year. Both those were last year, and then At Louisville, where there's a questionable strip sack that looked like it was a forward pass.
Yeah, I remember
At
that.
Cal, where the guy's blocking downfield 10 yards, and there was also ridiculous targeting. 39-38 win. No, we got to go. We got to go with Saudi Arabia State here.
I mean, throw in the bullshit overturn in Blacksburg.
Oh, that was.
But that was in Miami
wild.
Gardens.
Oh, that was in Miami.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
All right, my Mississippi State last game, guy. We made it. We're not talking about any games after 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Mississippi State, Texas A&M in College Station. There will be parades. There will be cheerleaders and military cheerleaders, or cheer generals, I think they're called. Texas A&M laying 2 touchdowns here. They let us down last week.
Make it 2, Utah.
Feel like we were on the right side. Minus 550 on the money line. Hail State plus 425. 55.5 is the total. Mississippi State ends up covering by a half point in overtime.
That's a backbreaking loss. Colby, can they get up for this game? I mean, this is just
feels like a fade spot.
They've been a nice surprise team. We love the program. RIP Coach Leach, but like taking Tennessee to OT and then not getting it. Now you got to go on the road against Texas A&M, who's had some moments where they've looked really sharp.
Should have covered last week.
It feels like I kind of want to take Mississippi State again just because they've hung around so much and have looked pretty good, but I'm worried their spirit might be crushed after that Tennessee loss. Colby, how say you?
I understand you just like betting on Fluff Bothwell. I do too, but
it's an awesome name. It's a great college football name.
But like I just tend to think Mississippi State. This is they played a road game at Hattiesburg week 1, but that was not a true road game. Half that crowd, or 20% of that crowd was Mississippi State fans. This is their first real road game.
Yeah.
So I think, and I still wonder about Mississippi State's rush defense and playing a Colin Klein offense. I think they'll be able to exploit that. So I'm actually going to lay the number, and I wonder if Blake Shapen and company are going to be able to put up any points on that Elko defense. You see what they did against Auburn last week, guys?
Yeah.
Let me, cause that stat was pretty amazing. Auburn was 0 for 15 on 3rd and 4th down.
We got you on the right side of that one. You laid it.
Yeah. I mean, Fluff Bothwell, all-time great nickname, but this is just it's a bad situation spot for a otherwise fun Mississippi State team. So I think you got to lay it here. 14. It's a little too much, or a little not enough for this Mississippi State team. So
yeah, they're
Texas A&M minus 14. Kramer, what are you doing?
They're going to be overwhelmed by the ass kicking. Maybe this will be the game that I invoke the private stock Buzz Williams picture that I've never showed anyone.
People are waiting for that.
I know they are. That's why it's going to be a big moment when I finally release it.
More,
all right,
more
Kramer's
photographs than answers.
Maybe I'll say that. Great point. Maybe that will. I'll save that for the more questions than answers podcast.
Time for our lock, dog, and tease. Presented by the good folks over at mybookie.ag. Head over there, use the promo code SGPN, get the 100% bet back bonus up to $500. T's and C's apply. Kramer, what are you doing?
Well, do we want to mix it up? I mean, how do we feel?
Calling for the mix up.
No,
okay.
I'm not. I'm saying we've done well on the contest card in spite of not necessarily shredding.
Yeah.
And sometimes that a little right. Juju mix up helps.
Colby, you want to go first? What do you got?
Let's lock up. Okay. I'm just trying to decide who do I want to put as my dog.
He wasn't ready for that lead.
No, let's lock
position.
up. Let's.
Do you
lock
want me
up.
to go first?
No, I got it. We're good.
Okay. It's got it.
We're gonna fade the Rio Grande rivalry. Let's lock up Sam Houston and San Jose State.
Sam Houston State and
San Jose State.
San Jose State.
A double. I like that.
And we're also going to lock. Man, there's a lot that I like. How many locks are we doing? 4?
3 in the dog. I do. That is my favorite part of the show.
Tough decisions. Tough decisions because I like a lot of these. Let's go with let's do Louisville -7 against Virginia.
Ooh, okay.
Like that one a lot.
I love that.
What's your money line dog?
It is
Avia?
No, it is the Air Force
Oh.
Falcons. Air Force Falcons upset.
Not
Upset.
locking up Vanderbilt.
Air Force Falcons. Okay, Air Force is plus 340 on the money line.
Very nice. Very nice
Okay,
price.
it's a very big dog like that. What's your tease?
The tease is let's bring Houston down to, or sorry, Texas Tech down to minus six.
Okay.
Let's do Louisville down to 1.
Okay.
And let's do what was the other one that I loved a lot? Let's go.
He's looking at his teaser notes.
Let's go to Air Force plus 17.5.
Oh, aim high.
My
This is the
goodness.
ultimate hipster card for Colby.
Yeah.
Fading the New Mexico rivalry game, teasing Air Force up. No other college football show is giving you this kind of place.
Is there another college show that even comes close to teasers?
No, come on.
No.
There's no other college football show that gives out this many picks. I mean, obviously Colby's show, but in general,
when do we do leans?
They'll give out 3 plays.
When I see people titling their show, college
2
football
best
week
bets.
6 best bets and leans.
Yeah,
what
come
are
on.
What are we doing?
When people are giving out their contest leans,
What are we
it's
doing?
Insane.
Contest leans? Fuck off.
Or just leans in general. All right, for me, going back to our gals, San Diego State minus the 6. That defense is
what's
legit.
going on here?
Colby's bringing up the math.
He wants the
UMass Dartmouth versus UMass Maritime. Is that Joe? Is that where Joey Lobster went to school? There's a character.
Colby,
There's a character on social media, Joey Lobster. Give him a follow. Great guy. My other lock. Colby's
got a lot of free time.
Give me Vanderbilt plus 10.5. I didn't forget about you, Vanderbilt. For my third lock, I'm with Colby. Give me Louisville. That's a great fade of UVA. For my dog, give me Florida. Who is Arch Manning to go on the road in the swamp? Plus 165 on the money line. This feels very good. Not gonna lie. For me, my tease. This is where you're gonna get it. I like the Texas Tech down to 6. That feels pretty good. Also, Louisville. I like BYU down to 13. Very teasable. The Mormons love teasing. I mean, soaking is the ultimate tease, if you ask me. And then Texas A&M minus 8. Wow, that joke deserves some response. Kramer, what do you got?
Very good joke.
That deserves that deserved more than just death stares.
Well, I was
soaking's the ultimate tease. I put BYU. You and Colby are checked out. Kramer, what do you got?
No. I was just, rest in peace, Lawrence Moten, Syracuse great shot.
Oh, okay.
I was just seeing
Nice,
that.
nice change of the team
dare
the
you.
program. Kramer, what do you got? A lock, dog, and 2 locks and a tease. 3 locks, a dog, and a tease. Almost sounds like a sitcom.
3 locks and dog. Well, all right. So we'll lock up San Diego State minus the 6. Since we're throwing out weeknight stuff this week. I'll also lock up. I'll make it a triple lock with Louisville.
No. Kramer's getting on our locks. Colby.
Oh, we're fading UVA. Great time to fade UVA.
Getting on our locks. This is where we run into trouble. What's your bonus lock, Kramer?
My bonus lock. Let's go with Texas Tech.
Okay.
The little bit of a fade of Houston here. Getting the worst of the number. Still going to lay it. Dog, Florida State. Very obvious situation. I like Colby pointing out we haven't had any sort of coaching snafus yet. Feels like big situation. And for my tease, everyone's favorite part, Notre Dame down to 14.5. Texas A&M down to 8. And let's bring Clemson down to 8.
Teasing Dabo.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan is probably quite the tease. Sorry, Kramer.
She was draining.
What was your dog?
Florida State.
Florida State plus 165 on the money line, and Florida. My dog was
Florida.
Yes, plus I actually wrote
220.
down 220. I actually wrote down the Florida State money line price. Okay, contest time. Ryan, do you still want to go first in the contest? Or are you passing on that as well?
I mean, we're in the top 10%, but we need to do better. So
All
I
right,
think we
Colby,
should. I
you
think we
go
should
first.
rotate.
Can we do Thursday night games for the contest?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Colby,
gotta remember to submit them.
what do you got?
Well, let's just start with an easy aim high, miss small, guys. Air Force
Wow.
plus 11.5. Take that. I know you guys are on the other side, so you're just gonna have to just
No, I
This
hope
is why I like the system. You can't like all the picks.
I love Air Force football. I'll be rooting for him because I wasn't strong enough at Navy that I'm going to be locking it up or playing it. So, give me my first play in the contest. San Diego State -6. Kramer, what are you doing?
Louisville
-7. Okay. Colby,
fade the Wahoo.
Next play.
let's go Houston. I'm sorry, Texas Tech -12 against Houston.
Okay. Texas Tech -12. All right. For me, give me Vandy. You guys are crazy. Pavi is a dog. It's a simple system. Kramer, what's your second play?
All right, so let's put Florida State on the card.
Okay.
Plus
FSU +4.5. I like it. What is our consensus play?
All right,
It's got to be Louisville, right?
we already took it.
Louisville's in there.
Yeah, I took it. Yeah, so we have here are the consensus. We have a lot of consensus plays. So Colby's got Sam Houston State as one of his locks.
It's already in there. Yep.
Oh no, he didn't.
No, I didn't.
He didn't
Oh, you're
play
right.
that.
Sorry.
So that's a potential one. We have we already took San Diego State. We have Kansas State, Iowa State. Vandy's already on there. Yep. We have Louisville already on there. Florida is a consensus play. We all like that one. Texas, and then Texas A&M.
Florida would be my vote. Texas A&M maybe second. Colby, what do you like?
I think my first play there would be Sam Houston.
Sam Houston, Kramer.
I don't mind playing a Thursday game.
All right. Sam Houston. I can be talked into Sam Houston State -2.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So we got Air Force +11.5, San Diego State -6, Louisville -7, Texas Tech laying the 12, Vandy +10.5, Florida State +4.5, Sam Houston State laying the -2. Good times, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Sports Gambling Podcast. Please smash that subscribe button. Check out the college football experience wherever you get your podcasts. And a reminder, the merch sale ends when the month ends. So maybe you have 1 hour left to order some stuff. Maybe it's already kicked off. I don't know. Promo code football. Oh, look at these sweet signs. Although this one, yeah, zoom in.
If they double printed it, is that what happened?
I got like a fucking deer.
They accidentally put a deer with the word intention.
Well,
on
no,
it.
there's a word that printed over experience too, Colby.
Yeah.
What does that
Yeah.
say?
Something intention. Great Stein though.
Bad intentions.
I can't.
Try some inspiring like holiday mug.
The deer almost looks like it fits on the football.
The Steins do come out great. This is a rare misprint.
It's a vintage, one of one. Look, we might have to on the more questions than answer. We might have to give this away.
Yeah,
that's great.
To some lucky fan out there.
I like that. You've used it, of course, which
No, I have
increases
not.
the value.
I have
Game
not used it.
Oh wow. All right, and of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
for the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
Yeah. For those who are wondering, my checks did clear. Virginia Tech's back.
Kramer, let it ride.
Fucking college